I would say
Okay.
situationally, this is one of those things that for Smash, people love to theory craft. Have you heard of that before?
I know all about it, yeah.
Yeah, so theory crafting basically is all hypotheticals, saying if this happens, what if I just did this, or what if you did that, or whatever. And you can go down the rabbit hole basically forever. And
And that's what I've been doing, and it's like, yeah.
yeah, so I would say that there are definitely options that are considered to be better than others. Where, let's say, for example, come down here for a second. Let's say, for example, you're playing as Little Mac, right? And I'm playing as, I don't know, just to make this as extreme as possible, I'll say I'm playing as Min Min. Okay? Whether or not this actually ever happens, sure. But let's say I'm playing Min Min, you're playing Little Mac. If I get a grab right here, I have some decisions that could be made, right? I could go for a down throw or a forward throw and try and tech chase you, or go for a combo or something towards the right. Or
You're Min Min, right?
yeah, I'm Min Min and you're Little Mac,
Oh, yeah.
right? Or I can grab you and I can throw you off stage, right? So if I know situationally, let's say that I have a ridiculous combo game and I'm actually a combo god for whatever reason with Min Min. If I throw you to the right, I could put on 60 damage, and I might even be able to land an F smash or an up smash read on like an air dodge or a roll in tech or something like that. Fine, that's totally fine. But if I throw you off stage, and then let's say the throw does like 12 damage, I only did 12 damage, but you're Little Mac off stage versus Min Min. So the smart play in this situation is to throw you off stage, right? And it's situational, right? But to say, if you're fighting somebody, I will also sculpt, I guess you could say, your decision making to say, okay, is my opponent a ridiculously fast character, ridiculously heavy character? Do they have a really good recovery? Do they have a terrible recovery? Do they have iframes on their recovery? Do they have insanely good disadvantage? Are they really good at getting out of juggle situations? That's going to also change up your decision making as well, which is going to change from matchup to matchup, right? I'll say this too. If I'm playing Min Min and you're playing Game & Watch, I'm definitely not throwing you off stage.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be able to catch you. There's just no point, right? I'd rather throw you up and try and make you land, right? Or I'd rather throw you across the stage and try and get some damage and push you away from me. Because in the off chance that I do throw you off stage, and then we get into like some sort of ledge trapping situation and you get past me and then you just jump over here and you get away from me and say, okay, well, that was pointless. I did like no damage and you got on stage for free, and I can't get a juggle situation because I've committed to trying to catch you at the ledge. Right?
I see.
So I will admit, with Ram Ram Arm, it's not impossible to catch Game & Watch at the ledge, but your timing still has to be immaculate, right? And if he happens to, like, let's say, get on stage and then he just jumps on and maybe he has like a chef, or he would have, he can just jump on stage and go for a fair, just hit me away and try and set up some sort of reset in neutral, or he's going to try and get me into a tech chase situation because he just happens to get back on stage. And of course, this is the hypotheticals. And this is where it gets kind of frustrating to say with hypotheticals is, well, if I can throw him off stage and I can two-frame him and he will die, why wouldn't I do that? That's, once again, hypothetically, that is a good choice to go for, but the probability is what stifles that idea. The probability of two-framing Game & Watch's up B with Ram Ram Arm perfectly and killing him, since his recovery basically can make it from the blast zone back up to the top of the stage, which is the ledge. You would not only have to do it once, you'd probably have to do it 2 or 3 times perfectly, right?
It's impractical.
Yeah. So the probability of that actually working out in your favor in one chance, where it's like, I'm just going to go like this, throw you off stage, ram arm 3 times, and then, I don't know, run off stage and hit you with fair or something, or like try and catch you if you try and go high with like mega fair or back air and just kill you. It's like, that's not very, very likely, you know? So as far as decision making, I would say it also boils down to, do you have a ton of matchup in the Game & Watch match, or sorry, a ton of experience in the Game & Watch matchup? Because if you do, then maybe you're super used to that. You know his timing, you know the sound effects, you know what his air drift looks like, you know his percent, so you can just do this and you know it will work. Or if you don't, you play the safer option, which is to throw him on stage and go for a combo or a tech chase or a juggle situation.
Okay.
Right? So your decision making is going to be dictated by your ability to execute, your knowledge of a matchup, your familiarity with your character, combo optimization, and even the attributes of the opponent's character, as far as, like I said, their ability to recover, their ability to get out of disadvantage, if they have super armor, if they have iframes, if they have multiple jumps, do they outrange you, are they heavier than you? Like, for this, that's something I think about all the time when I'm playing Falco. If I'm playing a character that's garbage off stage, like Ganon, for example, he's a character that I could combo into Oblivion, which is more fun, or I could just throw him off stage and go for a fair and just catch his jump and he dies at 0, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to take that every single time. In a competitive setting, if I can kill you at 0 or basically 0, I'm going to take my chances, especially against a character like Ganon who does struggle to recover. Pikachu, though, there's no point. Literally no point.
Right.
Right? I'm not throwing him off stage. It's just there's no shot I'm catching him. If I do, it's because the stars aligned for 2 seconds and I somehow got a miraculous down air, or he missed a tech off of a back air against the stage, or he upbeat into my fair. Like, there's way too many variables that are in his favor for that situation to not work for me.
So what I'm like hearing is that like definitely very context sensitive regarding character frame data, my frame data, their frame data, like percents, stocks. Because I've sort of been like sort of tunnel visioning in a way. It's like, okay, in this very specific scenario, I didn't down B as Mithra and I got caught by your down air as Falco. I need to activate a 7 frames faster. So what I could be thinking about, and what happens a lot that I'm not focusing on, I noticed after that was like, is the mindset as well in a VOD. Because when I see something, it's like, oh my god, I didn't feel too good about that one. Like I got
it's
something
very
bad
different.
happen to me.
It's very different to be in the driver's seat versus being a viewer of Smash. Not even of yourself, right?
The passenger seat.
Basically, yeah, right? This is something that happens all the time when I'm playing Warzone too, where I will be dead or my brother will be dead and we'll be watching through the opponent or watching through our teammate or each other's perspective, and they will be laser focused on where their aimer is in the game. And outside of their reticle, all around the outside, there can be somebody like sitting on a head glitch with a sniper. There could be somebody running across a field and it's super tiny, and they completely miss it because they're not looking at that, right? And it's like looking back at a replay, it's like, how the hell did they not see that, you know? But it's like, well, they didn't see it because they were playing. They're focused on their money. They're focused on the time. They're focused on running away from somebody else. They're being chased by a car. There's all kinds of crazy things that are happening. It's like, I'll do one even further. Instead of there being like a super tiny person that's like super far away sniping that they didn't see, there could be somebody right in front of them that just like ran across the screen, but they missed it because they turned at the exact same time. The screen was kind of blurry, and they're more focused on the rocks in front of them or a ladder or a door because they're trying to run from somebody. Meanwhile, there's somebody in their building and they didn't even realize that, right? And that's very much so like playing Smash versus watching Smash, where it's like, bro, this guy just keeps on jumping on shield and he's just not learning. But from the perspective of the player, it's like, how does he know I'm going to jump on shield, right? How does he just know that I'm going to go for this thing? But everybody in the audience knows, like, bruh, stop. Stop trying to jump on this guy's shield. He's not letting it happen, right? Every time you jump on shield, you're getting upbeat or grabbed or up smashed. Or dash out of the way. They'll flicker the shield like this, or like this, and dash out of the way and F smash you when you jump in like this, right? So it's... I would say this thing this boils down to being a critical thinker in life. Like, this is deeper than Smash, which almost seems like hilarious to say that we're talking about this within the context of Smash, but it's true. It's like, if you're not a critical thinker, then a lot of these things will just go over your head, where it's like, the math doesn't add up, therefore this is impossible, or there's no possible way to try and make this make sense. It's like, in some cases, you have to invent or pave your own way.
It does make sense. And honestly, I think like even through like VODs, right? Like sort of circling back to that in a way. Like let's say like I see that I get hit like or something, and I know like how I can avoid it. I even think like I can sort of make a mental note to myself, like, okay, here's everything that's going on surrounding this. Don't feel like, oh, I can't believe I got hit by this. I got hit by 1,000 times, or even like the opposite of that, where it's like, this works. This is awesome. Like, okay, I'm watching a VOD. It's like, okay, let me reel it back a bit. Like, it's okay that I got hit by this. And next time I face like I have trouble with the Sephiroth matchup. It's like, okay, next time I get hit with an up smash, like, here's what to do. If I get hit by it, no big deal. But like, and then pave my own way for like a solution for that thing.
Yeah.
I never thought of like the mental game of VOD review as well.
I was going to say, along with that too, there's also the idea of positive reinforcement versus negative reinforcement. Whereas if you get hit by something, actually, I wouldn't even say it's reinforcement. It's more like positive impact versus negative impact. Whereas if you get hit by something, let's say your negative impact meter or whatever goes up, right? Your positivity goes down, your meter of negativity goes up. And then vice versa happens for the opponent. So let's say if you get knocked down and then you roll in, I'm going to dash back and F smash. And let's say I was right. So my positivity goes up, your negativity goes up, or your positivity goes down, whatever you want to say. If I believe that worked, and I was positively rewarded for what I just did, I'm going to keep doing that and reinforce that that's the right thing to do. And then for yourself, what you need to do to try and get your meter to go back to neutral or back in the other direction, so let's say your positivity is down, is you have to adjust to that situation. Because if you get hit by another roll in F smash read, your positivity goes down again. But guess what? My positivity goes up again, because it keeps on going in the opposite or the proper direction for the situation. If I keep on doing the right thing in every situation, I keep on feeling better and better. If you keep on doing the wrong thing in the situation, you keep on feeling worse and worse. So if you don't adjust, then eventually you're going to get tilted, you could say, or just lose. Right? If you don't actually get literally tilted, that's whatever. But you can only take so many negative situations before you lose. As far as like getting F smashed, getting spiked, getting gimped, getting hard red, getting air dodge red, whatever it is. For yourself, if you see, oh, okay, this is the mental note, I guess you could say, is if you get red for being F smashed, or sorry, for rolling in, if you get F smashed, to try and reset that, the mental note you should be taking is, okay, I need to not roll in here. Even if they try and run up to me and bait me, I need to dash, or so I have to roll away. I have to do neutral get up, I have to do get up attack, I have to do literally anything that does not roll in. Right? And then try and get yourself back into neutral so that it keeps your opponent honest as well. And when I say by keeping them honest, it's like if I go forward tilt, let's say I go dash attack, then I dash back F smash. If I do that every single time and now I'm not being rewarded anymore, my positivity is going down. I now have to try and go in the other direction and say, okay, I want to not necessarily feel good, but I want to be positively rewarded for my decision making, and this is not correct anymore. So now I have some uncertainty, but I also have to try and stay honest. And maybe I have to go for a dash attack into run up F smash, or dash attack into lightning buster, or dash attack into another dash attack, right? That's the mental note that would be happening more so during a set. But as a VOD, you should be paying attention to that to say, okay, I got F smashed here for rolling in. Does that happen again in another set? Or not another set. Does it happen again later on in the same set? Like later on into the next game or on the next stock or something like that? Do I lose a game for rolling in, or do I take damage for rolling in, or do I lose a stock for rolling in? Do I lose the entire set on the last stock on the last game for rolling in, right? And those are the things you have to be paying attention to say, okay, if they caught me here, this is a habit, but also a theme that's going to be throughout the game, that if I don't change what I'm doing, I'm going to lose because of this. That's one of those things too. Like when we're talking, it's really good for you to keep on asking questions. If you're not retaining everything, it's totally fine. This is, like I said, it's going to be a video. So we don't have to take notes. That's also part of my style with coaching, is I don't really like to take notes because we do a lot of sitting and doing nothing. I used to take notes a lot, and the student would just be sitting like doing literally nothing. Like I'm just typing and they're not doing anything. It's like, okay, I'd rather just make this a video so we can get more accomplished, I would say.